What up, what up? This is Lupe Fiasco, and you're watching PunchBowl TV.
The album has been a very, very long, arduous kind of thing. And it was literally at the point up until a few months before the protest, or the months right before the protest. Protest happened on October 15th. And that was when a bunch of my fans flew to New York and protested in front of Atlantic Records. That was October 15th. So maybe two or three months prior to that, we were done. You know, we were like, if you put the album out, you put it out. If you don't, you don't. You know, let us go to another record label. You know, it wasn't even about reconciliating creatively. It was about like, let us go. So we had gave up on it, you know, to be honest. And what kind of brought us back into working it was the fan petition and the fan protests and stuff like that. And then it was like, okay, you know, let's go and have a meeting and sit down and get the album out. You know, definitely some power on this album. You know, there's definitely some, you know, get the fuck off me. You know, there's definitely some of that on there, you know, to keep it just nice and blunt. Because when you've been, you know, when you go through such a taxing situation that it was for me to put Lasers together, you know, you get to that point where you're in the studio and you just like, I just need to make a record where I just don't care. And there's literally a record on the album called I Don't Want to Care. You know? And Soulja Boy, when they were saying, I don't want to be Super Lupe Fiasco lyrical, and everybody focused on that. It was like, he dissing Lupe. But what he said was, they asked him, yo, Soulja Boy, you know, why do you make certain songs that are, you know, that are somewhat lyrical, you know, where you're using metaphors and similes and double entendres and, you know, my watch is like this. And then you have songs that, you know, like Pretty Boy Swag, which aren't lyrical at all. You know, not even attempting to be lyrical or use metaphor. Some of the stuff don't even rhyme. It's just kind of like out there. And he made the statement very succinctly and very poignant and very correctly. Every record doesn't need to be Super Lupe Fiasco lyrical. With Lasers, intentionally, there's certain records that are not non-lyrical. You know, but even with that, I say that with a certain caveat to it, because to me, Kick Push wasn't lyrical. You know, that's not full of metaphors, and you know, to me, it's just me kind of telling the story. You know, it's not really lyrical to me like that. When you compare it to Dumb It Down, which is obsessively and you know, just so lyrical on purpose. Whereas you take a record like Kick Push, or you take a record like Hip Hop Saved My Life, I'll go back and listen to Food and Liquor. You know, and I may listen to the Cool, mostly Food and Liquor, and I listen back to what I had done, and I'm like, yo, that isn't that lyrical. This song isn't super lyrical. Did y'all forget about this song? Because I forgot about it. So, you know, I think, you know, it's a certain kind of perception, because I have so many records. If you go to my mixtapes, which are so massively lyrical in this, but even on the mixtapes, there's records that are just kind of simple and to the point. And so, but with Lasers, it's more so that than any other albums. I would definitely say that it's more so. There are no Dumb It Downs on Lasers. You know, there are no immensely lyrical records. It's more so records that are way more personal. You know, and it doesn't need to be complex. I got a club record. I got 2 of them on the album. Maybe even 3. My favorite record on the album is a song called All Black Everything.
Is it anything to do with Jay?
No. He made it a hot line, I made it a hot song. But I got you. Nah, it's about, the song is about what if slaves got paid? And what would that be to today? You know, how would hip hop look? Wayne get exploited. White man ain't fear it, so he did not destroy it. Wayne worked for free, see they had to employ it. Built it up together so we equally enjoyed it. First 400 years, see we actually enjoyed it. You know? And it just goes on. But the beat is sick. Shout out to the Buchanans for making that beat. The beat is sick. So anyway, All Black Everything, that's my favorite record. CRS,
yeah.
I have no idea. You know? It's a scheduling thing. You know, it's a creative thing. But even, that's not even into creative, it's a scheduling thing. You know, getting everybody into the studio in once, working on CRS. All we need is a week. you know.
Kanye's seen it with Jay.
Yeah, that's a different relationship though. Yeah. That's Jay-Z, I guess.
I'd like a track with you, Jay, and Kanye as well.
Not me.
No?
Nah.
Why not?
For what?
Do you not think it'd be a hot record?
I don't know, maybe. sometimes, you know, too big to fail. Damian Marley and Nas hit me up.
Is that gonna happen?
Yeah, right.
What, you, Nas and Damian?
I don't know if it's gonna be me, Nas, and Damian. I would like Damian for something different, but you know, I think me and Nas definitely might have to go down for me over two. That might have to occur. Something that was negative, you know, losers, you know, taking something that was inherently negative and turning it into something positive, but doing it in a meaningful way. Yeah, you know, trying to change the world. You may think that you have to change the entire world, you know. But really, you can possibly just change a little piece of it, or alter a piece of it. Maybe put an A over the O, and turn it into lasers, and you redefine it into something big, beautiful. Or change your perspective, change the way you look at the world. You know, and then you can change yourself as opposed to trying to change everybody else. You can just change you a little bit, and you know, the world's changing. Honestly, mission accomplished. You know, I got 250 people to come out and activate and, you know, rage against the machine. For me, that's enough. You know, whatever the album does.
What up, what up? This is Lupe Fiasco, and you've been watching PunchBowl TV. Make sure you check me out at lupefiasco.com. Follow me on Twitter at Lupe Fiasco, and make sure you be on the lookout for my new album later in stores soon. Alright? You never see sweat? I was like, come on, man. Fuck that. So it's like, I'm gonna make you, motherfucker. Y'all playing my man for a joke.